So we're here to solve this star battle by Fikes. It's got a theme called cutting corners. It actually looks to be due to these four regions that are exactly the same shape, but you see if you take those away, you've got another form of a square, which is cut off its corners, just diagonal. Pretty cute shape theme. We'll see how the solve goes. With star battle, I always look for small regions that don't have many options, and this region near the top as one of those spaces. I have turned on shape as one of my tab features. I'm just going to use the fact I can draw small circles to put some dots on borders of cells. Hopefully eventually we'll have this feature covered in the general solving for this puzzle style, but at least as we get started here, this is a way to just put some notation in the grid. We would have seen earlier in the week how stars go into a plus shape. In a plus shape like this, you can't put a star in the middle cell because you wouldn't have space for another one. And the places you place will be either these two cells or these two cells. And seeing that there is a star right above, we've got to put the stars in the two cells that I just marked. That's going to cancel off the rest of things in this row. We get a space where this region now just has 4 cells left to it. These two see both of the cells, all the cells, so the only spaces the stars can go are on the far left, far right. That actually is going to complete this shape and move these around. This fourth row actually just has 2 cells left to it, so I'm putting in those stars quickly. This now peep and domino shape down here has to take a star on the left, and it's going to get another one right here. That's going to clear out the leftmost column, get another star up top, which is going to finish what goes in this space, and another star is going to go in here. We've got a little more to think about, and one thing I actually see quickly is I've got 2 notes now in this third column, so let me just come back and actually mark what that means. One thing it means is I'm going to have 1 star in these 3 cells to finish out that column, but with that, recognizing just one of the positions, there'll be another star here. I didn't mark off that the cells right next to this dot can't be used, but they can't. And looking still at this 4th column, there's now 1 option, and I'm going to track up that dot after I place another star. Get over here. This region has 5 cells. This cell right here sees all the other cells, so it can't be where a star goes, so these are where the stars go. Around those dots, I'm going to mark off some positions. I've got all the stars marked in this column, so I'll mark off the unused spaces. I'm going to have 1 star in one of these cells, and notice that whichever it is going to push this dot into the other direction and be pretty forcing. So one thing that looks to be a real problem right now is that I probably can't get all the stars in this row if I'm not very cautious. And one thing I see is actually this, is that if I put a star right here in red, I eliminate this cell and this cell, but now I have just 1 space left for a star. And so what it looks like I have to see is that the star is going to go down here, and let's just sketch out what that looks like. There's going to be a star up here. We're going to have options for the other in this row, which look all possible. We're going to have to actually put 1 in here to get that finished. We now have a peep and domino shape, which is going to do these, and this actually looks fully good. So tracking back our progress, we're going to come back and just place the stars and see that we finished the puzzle successfully. So a lot of it was easy notation at the start, working from these small shapes, but as we got to the bottom, marking off these 1x2 regions where stars went, and then thinking through the consequences. If a star, this star for instance, moved up to this top cell, it would eliminate 2 of the 4 remaining cells for stars and not leave enough for it. So marking this cell as unusable, force the rest into the grid. We would have been able to do that in different ways. By tracking progress, for sure, I was using red color to get it going. So hope you got some enjoyment out of learning how to solve this puzzle from Fikes, and we'll see you again soon.